I almost said January, November 7th, 2024. Savannah?
She's waiting for that.
Oh, what are we waiting for? TV?
Yep.
Take it away, Savannah.
In attendance tonight, we have Brian Wolf, Rich McNeil, Carolyn Mueller, Mike Little, Jane LaRoche, Charlie St. Clair, Counselor Eric Hoffman, Planning Director Rob Mora, Assistant Planner Tyler Carmichael, and I'm Savannah Brunel, the Recording Secretary. I almost said Assistant Director. Sorry.
Okay, we'll look for acceptance of the minutes. Motion for that,
I move that we accept the minutes from the previous meeting.
Second.
seconded. All in favor, raise your hands. Okay. And now we'll go to the rankings for this year, and I'll let Rob take it away.
So we got the score sheets. We compiled everything. So we have everything ranked in score order from highest to lowest. The first sheet is Enterprise Fund. And then the next sheet is the most important one, and that's the non-enterprise fund. So this is our opportunity as a committee to decide if we feel some of these should be ranked higher than where they are or ranked lower than what they are, and move them up or move them down. So it's at the committee's
What?
discretion what we want to do.
Why don't we take a few minutes for everybody to just look at this if they haven't had a chance to go over it. If you have any questions, just go ahead and ask. I'm gonna ask, now I lost it. The parking lot for the, for Public Works, there was one on here about,
This in Messer
not the,
Street?
yeah, was it parking lots or was it, it was something else?
Replace 4 public works vehicles?
No,
No.
it was, here it is, no, that's not it. Where did I lost the darn thing. Help
There's
me,
one on the
somebody.
second page.
It's on the second page.
Yeah. About halfway down, number 77. Or it's ranked 77.
Okay, Public Works parking lots at Bisson and Messer Streets. So what do they want? They probably would just put a skim coat on those, I would think, or would they take them all up?
Messer Street's gonna need a total regrind. That's got 6-inch deep potholes in it.
Yeah, I saw them out patching that, and a lot of the public uses that. They've got the recycling area there for cardboard. They've got the recycling area there for cardboard, and they have the, people go there to get sand and
Sand.
stuff like that.
I know I go in there for the sand.
Yeah, I just, you know, I don't know what everybody thinks on that, but probably there's a way, I'll leave it up to all the rest of you, but I'd like to see that a little higher. Just because so many people use that. I mean, it gets constant use.
I will tell you though, because I go there frequently for the cardboard dumpster.
Yeah, as I do.
And I like the bumps because of the fact it keeps the speed down, because people come in from both directions there, and there's some people come flying around that corner, and it's like, holy crap.
I get that. A sign might help with that, but, or maybe even make it one way.
Speed
Uh,
bumps.
Maybe one way, oh, stop it. You got speed bumps if you got holes there, but, The thing is that
It's
wear and-
busy, it's busy.
It is, and it's wear and tear, and maybe making it one-way could answer that, you know, that worry about that. But there is, I mean, it's a lot of wear and tear on your vehicles, it's a lot, quite frankly, you get to be my age and stuff, you hit some of these holes and you feel it through your back or whatever. I don't know what the rest of you guys think, but I personally, if there was a way we could move that up a bit, and, looking at our city councilor rep here, what do you think? I mean, it's gonna come before you guys anyway, so,
It's true.
but I would like your thoughts on
The other
it.
caveat to that, though, is I will tell you, it's no different. They tend to move heavy equipment around in that parking lot and drop like plows and all that, and push them around. They don't do that asphalt any favors by just the way they operate in there.
Well.
So new asphalt isn't gonna last, I think, as long as we think.
I'm sure it won't, any more than the asphalt they put down on our public roads last any longer
Yep.
than we'd like to see it go. I mean, I look at Scenic Road now, and it's got holes in it,
Already.
yeah.
I guess my
So-
concern is the cost of the project. I think if you look at the other things on the list that have a similar cost or higher, I think, you know, what we get for that money is maybe not as good with just a paved parking lot as some other places that money could go.
Do you use the parking lot?
No.
I rest my case. You should go over there.
I've been over there. I didn't find it.
No, I just asked you if you used it, didn't you
I've used
say
it
no?
once. I didn't find it to be remarkable or unremarkable. I wasn't like, oh my god, this place is terrible.
Well, I think, again, I go back to the fact that a lot of the public does use that. They really do, because I've never been, almost never, even at late at night, there are cars over there. And you could check with Public Works to see how often they have to empty that cardboard there. And they've got, it's not one bin, there's
2 bins.
two very large bins there. And again, I go back to I don't know, I just, you know, it's on the point now where it's pretty bad. Anyway, who else has got some commentary here? Mr. Wolf, you have something? Or we good
Nothing
with
to add on
everything?
that point.
No, I mean, I'm talking about other items on the,
Oh, no, I think they look good.
Yeah,
okay.
I like the way I like the way the fire looks with the new rescue boat and replace the ladder truck. I mean, we've been looking at that ladder truck for years, and when we started, it was 900,000, now it's 1.7. I don't think we can continue to push that off.
I think the new fire rescue boat should be higher, honestly.
It
'cause
and it
that's-
is, I think that's
To me,
very
that's-
important.
Where is that on here?
Now, I know
It's
the
on
question
the-
came up.
That's a point of public safety, right? That could be life or death. It's,
I mean,
the lake's only getting more
right
crowded.
at the beginning of
I
fire.
think the point came up
It's
that Guilford
number
already
4
has
now.
one, so there is a
Wondered
boat.
about that.
But
so-
Guilford
yeah,
has-
but
But
I
not
could
August
ask
Bay.
Raj.
But you might
August
remember
Bay.
that Guilford has a much
Oh, no.
larger area of water to
Right.
patrol than we do,
And-
Sure,
much
yeah,
larger.
yeah, I know that question came up last year, and I think that's why it got bumped a little bit lower than,
Yeah.
maybe it was
Oh, right
expected to
there.
be, but I agree, that fireboat is,
Number 22.
And that was the number 1 or 2 priority, right?
It's number 1 now for
Right.
fire,
Right,
and August Bay is so congested now, it's awful.
right.
And you've got people out there that don't know what they're doing, there are gonna be accidents out there.
Yeah, and just having the ability to put out a fire without relying on a adjacent town's department to do it for you,
Yeah.
I think is important.
And someone all of a sudden having a heart attack and in the middle of the water.
Just push them in the lake.
I
Where's
know,
this, where is this, some
ranked
people would do that.
109.
It's raked where?
Beginning of,
109.
oh,
Halfway
see,
down.
you don't have the new one.
Yeah, that's the new one.
Oh, he doesn't have fire altogether and I mean, he doesn't have,
No, I
Well,
don't have that.
open up your, from your minutes.
here, you can have my minutes, because I printed my own.
Are you trying to see where fire ranked it, or where it's at on
No,
the
where it
scores?
is on this.
Oh, yeah, if you go down to score 109,
Halfway down the front on that page.
See,
This is in score
Oh.
order.
I used my
Gotcha.
Excel and everything's
I
in
found it,
order.
okay.
I'm OCD, I can't help myself.
Well, where would you like to bump it up? If you bump it up, doesn't somebody have to come back
Well,
down?
that's what I'm looking at. and
It
it's-
is
there's
number
a
one
lot
in
of
fire.
priorities.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we're looking at the whole thing here. This is
With our scores.
with the scores. So
I
where,
would honestly put it in the top 5.
and just bump everything else down?
Yeah.
So would you put it,
do you want it number 5?
would you have it
Yeah, I
above?
would have it number 5, maybe above police vehicles.
See, I would disagree with that.
this is replaced, this is
Okay,
good.
maybe under police vehicles.
I
Okay,
like
because
this.
if you're looking for use, remember,
Because I
the
have
fire
done this
department
on mine.
boat
Yeah.
is not out there in the wintertime.
kinda
It's a
grouped
fair
it like
point.
that.
Thank you. Everybody concur with that?
Where
At
we
some
putting it
point, we
right
should
below-
probably look, we own two boats now, the fire department boat and the water department boat. I think the question would be, how many boats, can we share those? I don't know we've ever tried that
I don't know what the
conversation.
water department boat does.
Well, it goes out and maintains the intake on the lake. The point is the utilization that is pretty low.
But the fire department would, the way the chief explained it, there'd be a lot of equipment on there.
Understood.
And the water department probably, I don't wanna second guess them, probably has tools to do stuff for the water intake. Not, I wouldn't think they'd have any rescue stuff on there.
There's no rescue stuff, but the point is just, do we need two boats?
Well, they're
I
two
think the other
different
thing that comes
departments.
into play with the water department is they're funding themselves, they probably bought
Right.
their boat themselves. Be the sharing part.
Yeah, here's the
Um,
rescue boat, here,
Yeah.
109.
Is that
Well, I
something?
put it, I think I would put it then right,
Below
right,
police.
Right below the ladder truck.
no, I
would
would
it
put
below
it,
police vehicles.
I'd put it,
they're gonna
one
have to.
below the police vehicles.
That's where I would go to if I was gonna move it up that high. But again, this is a committee, so.
That, I mean, what, I think that's a reasonable move, if you wanna
I'm
move it
in
up.
agreement, I think.
I would
that's
agree.
Cool.
Yeah, Pogus is not what Pogus used to be.
Correct.
So is that the consensus of the board? We're gonna move that
Sounds
to
like it.
Nothing
number
is what
5?
it used to be.
That's true.
What's that?
Is
Yeah,
that the
right.
consensus of the
Number-
board? We're gonna move that to?
We have that, is
Number
everybody,
6,
is
Number
everybody
6.
okay with that? We go right below,
Police vehicles.
okay, do we need a vote on this, or can we?
I think it'd be good if we just voted on that, just,
All right,
validate that.
all in favor of moving the fire department boat up to just below police vehicles, which I guess would make it 6?
Yep.
Yeah, number 6 on this, raise your hands, please. Okay, all not in favor? Okay, so it's 2, 4, 5 to 1.
Guess another item, the parking garage, $80,000 for the parking garage,
Where is that now?
93. It's one of the
Yep.
93s.
Okay.
How long is the city gonna own the parking garage?
Well, you know more about that than
Yeah, I was
we
gonna
do.
say,
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah.
that's always the question.
So, Counselor, if
I'm of
they,
the impression that the city is not going to own the parking garage forever.
okay, so if they sell it, then any funding that's going to it at that point stops. If they don't sell it, they keep funding whatever.
80,000 strikes me as a lot of money for a very underutilized structure.
Would you let it just collapse?
I'm not saying that. I
Well,
just don't
but
think
that's
it
what
needs
this is for,
Yeah, I
inspection.
think
facade improvements, but, I don't know.
If you wanna take that up with the people that came up with that price, it's certainly not us.
Sure.
And I would think that would be something that would be done at the city council level. Because you've got the mojo there to ask those questions pointedly. We don't. So I would recommend leaving it and then let the counselor, the good counselor here, lead the charge to say, are you kidding me? Or not?
I will say that.
Okay. And if you guys are selling it, everything is mute at that point.
Well, to your point about the parking lot at Bissett and Messer Street,
Mhm.
and that's pretty far down the list, I would think the things in between that and the parking garage, I'd be okay with moving it above the parking garage.
One above the parking garage?
Yes.
Is everybody else okay with that?
All right, so we're moving
That's a motion,
To
I
number
guess, sir.
39.
To what?
To
Keep it
move
29
the
to
Messer
39.
Street and,
That's
This
40,
and a half
number
there.
39,
And
'cause
parking
you're moving this
garage.
down one.
to move that
Where is
at,
this?
let's see, that's,
Share
77, second page.
From 77 to 93.
yeah,
So.
And that's the parking lot at Bisson and Messer Street, we're moving up
that's
to.
correct.
Okay.
So there's been a motion for that. Does everybody understand that? You wanna talk some more about it?
So you're moving it up to number 39 above the parking garage.
Going once, going twice?
Are we moving the parking garage to 77?
No, I think we
No,
just move
it was-
everything down.
Just moves down one.
Unless you want to move it to 77, because I'm totally open to that.
That's why I wasn't sure
Swap
if that
them.
was the
I
question.
think, again, I think the council will look at this with a very sharp pencil, all of it. But I agree with Counselor here that, that's something that is questionable as far as if the city's on the cusp of selling it. If not, we don't have that information.
If I recall, in the last budget, I don't think the number was that high. So I feel like the number we're spending on it per year is now going up.
Now, remember, these are just suggested
Sure.
anyways, so
I get you.
you guys are gonna,
I'll get another bite at the apple of talking about that.
actually, you'll have another sledgehammer at the apple if you so desire. Okay, we got a motion. Is everybody, any other discussion? So the motion is to move the Public Works request for money for the parking lots on Bisson and Messer Street. To move that up to right above the parking garage annual inspection and safety and facade. That's at 93 there. All in favor? Raise your hands. 1, 2, 3. All opposed? 1, 2, 3. I'll break the tie. Congratulations, that's the first time I voted all year.
Which way did you vote?
I voted to move it.
Move it up.
You brought,
Yeah, how-
the idea
which way are you
forward,
breaking it?
so.
Bring it the other way.
Okay, so that passes 4 to 3.
Yeah, I do.
I use it
I'll
all the
remind
time.
everybody
Never
here,
noticed it.
that don't get too twisted up on this, because the planning board's gonna look at it, and then, most importantly, the city council looks at it. Oh, and not to be left out, the city manager, who will look at it before it goes to the city council. And the city councilors know that, so they can, on an individual basis, go into the office of the city manager and make their thoughts known before it comes to the full council.
We can and do.
Yeah.
So don't get twisted up on this.
Okay,
There-
Eric will take care of it.
Couple
All
of
right,
items on here that I had.
Anything else? Go ahead.
Yeah, so the roof replacement one, that was a separate line item. I think there were 2 line items.
What number are you
Oh, for
looking
the
at?
fire department?
Yeah, it's under ND, it's listed as a 93.
93?
I'm not-
Yep.
My experience with replacing roofs is that if you don't do them, that you're just kicking the can down the road and you're gonna be causing more problems.
I,
But-
yep,
And it was separated out as an ND, so it was like a split between parks and fire department and police. I don't know how it all worked in that line item, but they were separated out, and I didn't know if that was for a reason.
I think, is that the Weirs?
no, that's over here at the main station.
The new
And if you
station.
remember Counselor Cheney, when Counselor Cheney was here, he had pointed out that he thought this had been done, and
Oh, there's another
That's a
roof,
different
that's a
one.
different one.
yeah.
it's a different
That's
one?
the roof.
Yeah,
that
this
was-
is a complete roof.
There's,
I don't remember him
yeah,
talking
Oh, for the
about that.
entire
Talking about
building.
the
He didn't talk
complete
about
roof.
this.
I don't know which one that is then.
And then there's the rain roof and
Okay,
stair
that's the
enclosure,
one.
which
So,
is 101.
Is this at the Weirs then? Is this at the Weirs, this station?
I don't know, that's my guess when it was
Yeah, I think
combined
it
with
was
Parks.
It can't be the new one.
Can't be the
They
new
would-
one.
It's gotta
they
be the
shouldn't need a
Weir
new roof
station.
already.
'Cause that's
Weir
a-
station.
Like I said,
Right,
it was
because that's, they
separated
share that
out.
building with,
It's here.
I think,
So
that's-
they don't
Yeah,
want
I
it
was
to
gonna
have-
look it up on my list, so.
That does make more
I'm
sense.
so embarrassed. I don't remember which one it was,
I don't remember him just chatting about
which
it.
station it was.
No, I think it was submitted with,
It's fire slash parks.
Parks,
Yeah,
'cause
it's
Parks
fire
submitted
slash
too. They
Parks. Like I said,
submitted-
they were their own line items, just 2 separate things.
Yep.
They asked
Parks
for-
has the responsibility for the back
Parks
half.
does facilities, so it would fall under Parks. It'd be under non-departmental, under Parks.
Yeah. And then the other one that and again, I don't know that that's gonna move, but it's one of those that I have a feeling that it's gonna move its way up the list probably at the council level, cause it's gonna have to be done. And then the
So which one
replacement.
is that? The one you just talked about?
Yeah, that
Okay,
roof
what-
replacement,
what's
the
the next one?
ND01. And then to replace the Public Works building, we're gonna pave the parking lot over at Messer, but that was ranked really low, and it's continuing to
Probably
sink.
for a reason.
It's, yeah, I mean, it's a lot of money, but like we were talking about with the fire truck, is it gonna become $1 million next year, 1.25 the year after, sort of thing?
I don't think you could replace that building for $875,000 now.
No, probably not. I think you're well over several $1 million.
So it's probably, okay.
I think if you're gonna replace everything at Public Works and do a consolidated building, you're probably looking at much more than,
just
Isn't that
conceptual.
already in the
Maybe this-
discussion
and-
stage?
Yeah,
I believe they're already talking
they're
about.
looking for a piece
I
of.
thought they actually had, there was a site, sort of
Exactly.
like, I think I know where we could put
That's-
that.
that's-
I
yeah,
believe that they're
I
also
heard of the
kind of
presentation.
there.
Right. This is not with any input from the city council at this point, or public input from the public, I might add. For a new site, or for, to move it to a different area.
I think they have a wish list.
He already had a piece of property, I think you said.
Not there.
I'm sorry,
Roof replacement for fire isn't in the presentation.
it's not in there? Okay.
The small one is for
The
the.
small one we
Yeah,
talked about.
that one, that's the one I thought we were talking about.
'Cause I think we determined it would be with Parks and Rec.
Okay.
Yeah, I just had a note about it.
Okay,
Anyway, those were two that I thought were,
so do you wanna do something with either one of those, or do you wanna just leave them? I think.
I guess that was more of a question, Charlie, because I was
Okay.
like, did it get ranked so low on the replacing the public works building? And it's just a general question, and then, like I said, do we get around some of the things that have to get done?
Okay, any other commentary?
I think a little bit of that is a function of where they ranked it.
Yeah.
Right, if I see something as someone's 26th ranked priority, it doesn't make me wanna give it a high score.
That's good feedback.
Anything else?
Got one more.
Okay.
Master plan. I would talk about this as often as I can. I just think if you read our current master plan, it is so out of touch with the economic reality we now live in. It was written pre-COVID. Land values have skyrocketed. We're in a completely different economic situation than we were when that was written. I think the city's growing, it's changing. I think it should be a higher priority that we plot out where we're going.
Rob, what's the, I know there's a line here.
Yeah, it's actually at 115, about a third of the way down on the page.
No, not master plan. There's a line where everything above that line is pretty good to go.
I think it depends on what the budget looks like this year and how much money they have that falls
Yeah.
for CIP.
But we were always told there was a line, that everything above a certain number, but everything
Yeah.
above 20 or
I think it's above, somewhere about 10 to 12 is where you want to
10
fall.
to 12?
So is it number of 10 to 12, 11, 13, or is it absolute dollars, like the fire
So it
truck is
doesn't really-
1.7
so you could-
million?
Not the
So
money.
technically, you could have something that falls all the way at the bottom, and it could still get funded. So, but generally speaking, the ones at the top are more often looked at then.
And you didn't get the grant for the master plan, or did you apply for another one?
No, by the time we were able to apply for it, it had already
It's too late.
expired.
But is there something else in the wind?
We can wait for next year and apply next year,
And how much is the
If
grant
there's
for?
funding next year,
If
but
there-
we don't know that
if there's
BEA
funding
will
for
fund
it.
it again.
next year.
And who funded it?
BEA,
Is that state?
yeah.
Well, it's not federal, but state's no question, is a big question.
We did ask for federal monies to do it as well, and that we could apply for
Yes.
that in
March.
And we wouldn't find out anything until about October of next year.
And how much was the grant? I may have missed what you said, that you just,
We had asked for 100,000. This one here, we asked for 150,000 because we're working with DPW, and this included a transportation chapter that we had not requested before. And this was a joint venture with DPW to do sidewalks, trail systems, and everything, and we were gonna split the cost with them on.
Yeah, and that would include all the studies that we need to do as well to get the data to include in the plan. So a housing study, a transportation study.
and the money goes, I mean, we're not getting paid, so where does the money go to? Does it go to your time, staff's time?
No. So that goes out to a third party. So we had worked with a couple of contractors who specialize in doing this. They would go out and they have all the contracts to get the data that we don't have. Because you pay for a lot of that data, and this pays for somebody to go out there and do all the evaluations and to do everything.
Not a parking study on there, is there?
No, there's not a parking study in there.
That's encouraging. Okay.
This would also include the time and effort that they put to host community sessions for community input as well.
Correct.
And all that good
Planning
stuff.
charrettes and everything, and you have all these
We would
input
still
sessions.
bring it to the planning boards and the master plan steering committee and all that good stuff.
So what do you think the total price, the reality of the total price is? Is 150, will cover it, or? do you
One
think-
fifty is really close to what it's gonna cost. You're only gonna get those few chapters out of it, but that's a really great product. If you start asking for more things, then your quality diminishes as you go down. So you only wanna ask for what you really want in there to get a good product.
I think those 3 sections are super important as well. I mean, I think we need more data on land use, we need more data on economic development.
100%, especially the transportation chapter is so vitally important, especially as we start with the state school project. Like, that is
Absolutely.
so
And
incredibly
sidewalks
important.
is in there, right?
Yep.
Yep,
Well, what is
That is probably
that's gonna be.
one of the most vital documents we need as a community.
So what are you recommending, Don?
Maybe we move it up to right above citywide drainage improvements.
So it'd be number 12.
So you would jump it
Under
up.
police technology.
Unless anybody else, I'm, open to other ideas. It's just, feel like it should be a little higher.
Explain to me on the downtown pedestrian bridge replacement, that has a number 2 there. What is that number 2? Because if I recall, Wes said that was all being covered by outside money. So why is it here? What does the number 2 mean?
I think he just put that as a placeholder that he might need a very insignificant amount of money to match the federal grant money.
Well, to match the federal
I
grant?
don't
money?
even know how much, if there is a match to it, but I think that's why he
Well, I would hope not,
put
because
it on there like that.
because to match it, I'm sure that's gonna be,
But I wasn't here for
Hundreds of
Kevin's
thousands of dollars.
presentation.
I'd have to look.
I thought at the
What it
council
was.
meeting, you guys said that was totally covered.
That is my recollection.
Yeah, so,
I
'cause
wouldn't swear to it, because
well, I'm pretty
Go on a
clear
lot
that
of
I
things.
remember that being said, because that was kind of a big deal. So we don't, I'm not, we shouldn't be concerned about that one then, that if this goes above that. Yeah, I think that sounds reasonable to me. What do you guys think?
I think a master plan's very important. We've got so much going on and happening, and we still don't know what's going on at the state school. I mean, we've just got a lot of movement that we need to track somehow.
Anybody else?
I'm in agreement.
So have you made a motion?
I've made a motion.
I will
Okay.
second.
Okay, no other discussion, all in favor, just raise your hands to move the master plan up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 opposed, so that's good. All right, anything else? Okay, well, we'll go back to the agenda then, and this will be sent to the planning board. Any other business?
So you have to just make a motion to recommend moving it forward to planning board.
I just said that. I'm kidding. All right, we'll I'll entertain a motion to move this on to the planning board.
I'll second. He's second.
Who made the motion?
You did.
No, I
I'll
want
make the
somebody else to make it. Okay, there we go. All right, all in favor? Okay, it's unanimous. Thank you very much. So, do we have any other business? Well, at 6:59, I will thank everybody and the staff, especially the staff, for all the work that you all did. Well done, and before you know it,
We'll be back here again
they'll be
next year.
scheduling these meetings again. God, that's so depressing.
Well, I
But-
think congratulations is in order for Charlie.
Absolutely.
Yes.
As I said to you coming up the stairs, that's like a double-edged sword now. But, thank you very much.
But you do like it. You like to be beaten up
I was gonna say,
and
he's a glutton for
punished and-
punishment. Yeah.
Well,
Loves the punishment.
I'm gonna put in for a button that says.
That
No,
$100 that you're gonna
well,
earn.
the 100 bucks. But my button's gonna say minority leader. So I can leave myself now. See, I think I can safely say that. I'm actually the minority leaver, right? I can say that, Lita?
Yeah,
No, it's, you know, it's all good. It's all good.
but you know Laconia so well.
It's not, you know, I like to think I know everybody here, but I listen to the constituents, but the reality is it's down there, down south of here, and what goes on. And I do take great pride in not being told how to vote down there, so.
Only because we're still recording, do you want to adjourn it before we continue further conversation?
Oh,
on
hell,
the-
let them all listen if they want to listen.
Hi, everybody, we're talking about Charlie.
Okay, again, thank you, everybody. This was very well done. And I know everybody puts a lot of time into it besides listening to the presentations here, which they all did a very good job. You know, and Wes had everything all out with pictures and stuff, and the police department and fire chief, the captain from the police department, all did a good job. I still get tickled when the water department comes, because it's like, okay, we'll say no to everything, right? And it's great that they're a enterprise fund, so.
Well, we still know what's going on, so that's important,
We
and
do.
how it fits.
We do. So, again, thank you all, and we'll adjourn now at 7:02. Thank you.